For those of you who have been patiently waiting over what may have seemed an eon, here it is, my 100th subscriber review. Batman, Arkham Asylum, Battle Damaged Batman Collector Action Figure. What a way for a 100th subscriber video. It's such a milestone. I had to do a rare one. It took me so long because fatigue, for one. It took a while for this bad boy to get to me in the mail. Now, before I get into the pros of the figure, because the pros immensely outweigh the cons, we'll go to the cons. And the cons itself is the package. The biggest con is DC Direct did a completely original figure and limited it only to 4,000 pieces sold at Comic-Con. That is basically the only con that I can think of that outweighs even the pros of this figure. Another con is, since it's the battle damage figure, a lot of completists are going to want it, and it comes out before the initial line does of Batman Arkham Asylum. I mean, look at this. It says, coming out in January 2011. Another con is, since it's a collector exclusive, Star Wars collectors exclusives, well, some of them, I own a couple of them, are collector friendly. The fact that you could just rip open the package and you could put it back and display it all nice. This one, no! I found the easiest way was to cut the complete bottom off and then just rip it apart, and then slide the bubble out. And even then, they got this little piece, it's taped or glued on. You can't remove it that easily. So unless you want to risk damaging this, if you want to put this back in the package, which I suggest you don't, because I found out that putting it back into the package is a real bitch as well. Because of this, the cape's got to go in through here, and then you got to get the feet and then the base all in there. Oh, God. This figure stands roughly 7 inches tall, maybe just under 7 inches. The only ruler that I have in my house is this Make It a Blockbuster Night, and it's clearly over 6 inches. Yeah. Make it a Blockbuster Night. Alright. The figure itself is sculpted very nicely. If someone really wanted to do a Batman film, if you could pull it off with the gray and blue suit, this would be the best way to do it. It's got all of these little rivets and metal pieces sculpted all over the suit. There's all these seams all around. It just makes it look like it's a series of woven pieces that assemble together to form the bat suit. Like I said, it's muscular, but not overly muscular. It's not muscles on top of muscles. The gauntlet with the 3 scallops is not a part of the glove. It's actually attached. The utility belt is very nice, all the way around. And it's even got the little underwear piece. Once again, the shin guards are just attached. They are not part of the bat suit. I mean, they're not part of the boot. Oh, it's just an amazing sculpted figure. Very faithful to the video game. The figure itself looks like it's been sculpted using AVS plastics and PVC for the limbs. I don't know my plastics. You really can't quote me on this, but this cape is not rubber. It's got to be a very soft PVC plastic. Another thing that really makes this figure shine is, we all know the countless variants from Hasbro, Mattel, and Kenner. When they did battle damage figures, All they did was just paint battle scars on Batman, on an existing figure. Not here. Paint? That's not paint. That's actual sculpted battle damage. It even got the tears of the suit in there. My camera doesn't really do it justice, but you can actually see the little pieces of the suit coming away. The cape is torn in various sections, so it's a brand new sculpted cape. Another thing that I just absolutely love, though it's not really necessary, is the articulation. I mean, he does not have any leg articulation at all besides the hips and the knees. The shoulders are on ball joints, and the wrists, well, not wrists, the wrists don't move. The elbows swivel. The head is also on a ball joint. So the cape gets in the way with the shoulder articulation, but it's enough so that you can still pull off some pretty cool poses. Comes with a standard base. I hope the Arkham Asylum bases are a little bit more, flashy than this. DC Direct gave us some wonderful bases with their figures, and this one's just a circular piece. But then again, you're buying the figure and not the base, so you would have to keep the figure on the base, just because I found out that the figure itself, because the cape is so heavy, it kind of forces the figure forward. And the only way I've been able to really keep Batman standing upright is if he's in a walking stance. And you push the cape as far as back as you can. But yeah. The paint on this figure is just, he's well painted. Till you get to the little battle ravaged portions. But yeah, he's just well painted. I don't see any paint transfers anywhere. It's just very, very nice. There is no sloppy paint work anywhere. Even the eyes are painted just wonderfully. I have a feeling they got Alex Ross's Dark Crusader Batman as their inspiration. Even the face is painted. I love how the face is painted. It looks yellow on my camera, at least it does when I'm looking at the playback. But it's got like a dirty rubbing to it. So it's more like tan, but with a dirty rubbing to it. So it's either like facial hair or just because he's battle damaged. It's not glossy in any way. It's not pink. It's not too flesh colored. It's just perfect. The only things I do have to worry about is the little dirty portions on the figure itself. It looks like it's just someone took like a paintbrush and just flicked it across the figure. That's what it looks like. They should have rubbed it in a little bit more to make it look like it's been worn, like what they did with the boots here. And the arm gauntlets, now it just looks like it's been brushed, and not kind of like just flicked and then rubbed. But other than that, it's just wonderful. Now, the price point of these is going to be extremely high now because Comic-Con has been over for about a week or so. And these figures were selling on eBay for as much as $49.99. I got mine from a friend for $20 who was there. So, yeah. If you really want one, completists are definitely going to want one. I know I wanted it because I became so taken by the video game, and when DC Direct announced figures, oh yeah, when I saw all those, I'm definitely getting them. If you can afford the price gouging, I would suggest, get it, because it's not going to be any cheaper than it is right now.